Hi, it's the M.L.M for the Soul channel. I do have a new topic for today. Before I begin, I just would like to say, may the words and expressions of my mouth and the thoughts and meditations of my heart find favor and acceptance before you, Hashem. And the people I thank you who inspired me, hopefully can inspire you as well. And we'll have links below this video to their sites. They are Rabbi Yosef Mizrahi, Rabbi Eli Mansour, Balon Anavar, Rabbi Yuval Ovadia, Rabbi Daniel Asser, Rabbi David Asher, and Rabbi Yaron Ruvain. So if you've never checked out this channel before, I will have a link below to my first video, which explains what M.L.M for the Soul means, what it stands for, what I'm doing. So this is from the upcoming, for the upcoming Parashat B'Shalach, and it's also Shabbat Shira, or Shabbat Shira, however you pronounce it. So this one I call Elevating Our Souls, and again it's from the weekly Parashat Insights from Rabbi Eli Mansour. So when the manna began falling each morning to feed Bnei Israel, they were informed that the manna would not fall on Shabbat, or Shabbos, however you pronounce it, and so they could not leave the camp in search of manna in the morning, as they did each weekday. Hashem commanded them, Al Yetzei Ish Me'mekomo Bayom HaShvi'i. No man shall leave from his place on the seventh day. As Rashi cites from the Talmud, this verse is interpreted as an allusion to the prohibition of Tchum Shabbos, or Shabbat, whichever one again you say. So which forbids walking beyond a distance of 2,000 amot outside the border of one's town. According to the Rambam in Hilchot Shabbat, the Torah prohibition of Tchum Shabbat forbids walking a distance of 24,000 amot, but the sages extended the prohibition to include walking even just 2,000 amot. So what is the concept underlying Tchum Shabbat? Why is walking this distance forbidden? So the Sefer Chinuch, and it says an anonymous medieval work that was explains the 613 biblical commands. I never knew that, so that's new information for me. Explains very simply that Shabbat is to be a time for rest, and a long walk entails physical exertion. Walking a distance shorter than 2,000 amot can be considered a leisurely walk, but beyond this distance one exerts himself, which conflicts with the aura of relaxation which you are to maintain on Shabbat. Additionally, however, there is a deeper understanding based on the Kabbalistic teachings of the Arizal, that's Rav Yitzchak Luria of Tzfat. So the Arizal taught that all the worlds experience elevation when Shabbat begins. As though in an elevator, all the different worlds beginning with the lowest level, which is the natural world which we inhabit, start rising to higher levels with the onset of Shabbat. When this happens, the klipot, which literally means shells, referring to the forces of impurity, try to rise as well. They want to catch a, quote, free ride, as it were, and be elevated together with the rest of existence. The Arizal taught that several of our customs on Erev Shabbat, such as cutting our nails and bathing with hot water, are intended to keep the klipot at bay, so to speak, to block those damaging forces and prevent them from being elevated. I never knew that either, so that's very interesting. So Shabbat is to have the effect of creating a distance between us and the klipot, bringing us far away from the sources of impurity and contamination. This goal would be a sabotage if the klipot succeeded in rising up together with our world, and it is therefore imperative that we keep the klipot in their place. On this basis, the Arizal explained the significance of the prohibition of Tchum Shabbat. Walking outside the permitted boundary symbolizes one's traversing the gulf separating between us and the klipot on Shabbat. The entire purpose of Shabbat is to create a large buffer zone between us and the klipot, and by walking beyond the Tchum Shabbat boundary, one crosses through that zone and connects to the klipot, directly undermining one of the primary spiritual objectives of the Shabbat experience. This understanding of Tchum Shabbat is alluded to in the word Tchum, which has the same letters as the word Chotam, or seal. The purpose of this prohibition is to create a protective seal around Shabbat to ensure it remains safe from the klipot which threaten it. This insight should enhance our appreciation of the unique sanctity of Shabbat and the special privilege it affords us. Once Shabbat begins, our souls are elevated to a higher sphere. On Shabbat, we live in an entirely different zone, in a much loftier realm of existence, one of holiness and purity. Let us do everything we can to take full advantage of this weekly experience of Kedusha, so that the experience will have a profound impact upon our souls that will remain with us throughout the week and throughout our lives. And just something from my own personal experiences, before Shabbat starts, like Friday, it's all exciting, it's building up, and you're getting ready for it, and you feel the energy of it. And then it's interesting what happens for me, personally. So it's great, at night, and then Shabbat morning, and then once I finished Shacharit and Musaf and my Sidur, I actually have a place mark I put for Mincha. Once I kind of put it there, I'm finding that I feel kind of a lessening. And I'm not trying to be negative, but it's like that it's coming closer to the end and I don't want it to. So it's interesting that I actually feel that. I feel like, oh, I just wanted to keep continuing. So I just wanted to share that. And I hope and pray we will all merit to live and see the coming of Mashiach speedily in our days and the rebuilding of our final and everlasting Beit HaMikdash. Amen. And thanks for watching.